Perfect. Awesome. And then I'm going to record for those not on Facebook.
It's recording.
Oh,
you're good.
Perfect. Look at you. Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Angel Wall, and I am one of the founding members of a company called GOVVI, and we're excited to come join you tonight and share this amazing opportunity. It is truly the only opportunity I've ever seen where you can help people save money and make money. Like I always like to say, fill your tank, fill your pockets, because that's literally what's going to happen. You are going to see gas savings. You're going to help your friends and family save on their fuel bills. You yourself are going to save, and you're going to make an incredible income. And with our lucrative compensation plan. So I'm going to introduce.
Your recording stopped.
Thank you. Good catch. I want to introduce to you tonight, sorry, not Lance. Lance isn't here. Burke and Rebecca. And so first I'm going to introduce Burke quickly. So Burke is one of the owners and vice presidents of the company, and he is our mentor. So we have been in business with Burke for just over 2 years, is when we got connected with him, and he completely changed the game for us. He helped us become the network marketers we are today, and helped us build businesses like we had never done before. Burke has over 30 years experience in network marketing. He was a founding distributor of USANA. To date, his organization still does $1 billion in sales a year. He has since sold it, but it is still there, alive, and the biggest organization in the company. Then he went on to Monavie. Monavie, he was one of the founders there, did huge organization there, completely blew it up internationally. He is amazing at international expansion. He also knows comp plans like the back of his hand. And so who better than him to make our comp plan? So, and in the last 2 years, he has become a 7-figure earner in our former company, and decided it was time to go out on his own. And we knew instantly that we were going with him. So I would also like to introduce our first guest, who's going to go over the science and how the product works with you. Her name is Rebecca Oakes. She is an absolutely amazing business builder. Beyond that, she is a dear friend of mine. I am blessed to have her as a friend, a business partner. She's a school teacher. She is probably like one of the smartest people I know personally. And she just has a complete grasp on this, and she has spent a lot of time studying it. And so we figured tonight, who better to go over the product with you than somebody who has extensive knowledge on it, and then have Burke follow up with sharing his vision of the company and the comp plan. So take it away, Rebecca.
Well, thank you so much for those kind words, Angel. I am simply a school teacher, and I'm well read. I am not a mechanic or an engineer, but I think that the talent that I can bring to you and help you with is that I can put things, I think, into layman's terms and keep them pretty plain spoken and easy to understand. So that's why I'm here tonight, to share with you exactly what GOVVI is and where we're starting. And so to do that, I'm actually going to share my screen and start a slide presentation and just talk to you a little bit about what we're doing here. So you know what, if you're here, you are at the right place at the right time. I don't think that we can have a more relevant product on the market as to what we're bringing to you with GOVVI at a time where we have serious things happening across the world, you know, in gas prices and inflation, and families, quite frankly, are worried about, can I pay to drive my vehicle? Can I pay my mortgage? And can I put food on the table? It's becoming critical for many people. And GOVVI, I think, has a vision to bless families that way. We have a decision or a vision to bring to the masses product that actually makes your life better. So in this regard, we want to save you money at the pumps, but we also want to present to you an opportunity to have another stream of income, which is so desperately needed here. And we're doing it in a really, really cool way. So first off, I am going to speak to you about the science of this. Again, I'm not the engineer or the mechanic, but I did get to translate a document, and it was about 60 pages long, and I put it down into about 20 pages, as well as I went through the different slides to figure out how we could make this as easily to understand as possible. So GOVVI fuel tablets actually are not new to
I really don't care.
This is a 5th generation fuel tablet that is backed by a 1973 Nobel Prize that was won in chemistry. And through the evolution of this tablet, and I believe there are about 6 different Nobel Prizes that have gone into making it. So what we're bringing to the market is that 5th generation. It's a revolutionary catalyst that changes the molecular structure of fuel molecules to make them smaller, uniform, and so that they burn efficiently and completely. So most people are aware that oil and its derivatives, gasoline and diesel, is a fairly unstable molecule when it's going through the combustion process, when it's burning up. And so as a result of that, it leaves this carbon residue, this buildup within the engine and the engine components. I mean, this is why you get an oil change. You start with an amber liquid, and by the time it's time to change it, it's quite dark and you have to change the filters. And so what we have with GOVVI is this tablet is the fact that there is virtually no carbonization happening because of the way the fuel burns. And so as a result of that, it brings more power to your engine. The engine performs better, and it actually reduces your fuel consumption. And I know that's why most of you are here today, because you want to know how this can impact your pocketbook. So we're going to talk to you about that in just a few slides here so that you can know how you can save money every time you fuel up, and potentially make money every time your friends fuel up, okay? So this product is designed to clean your engine, reduce the knocking, improve the performance, lower emissions. It really is a win-win in every way when you look at what it does. So how does GOVVI work? Well, what they're saying is that it creates an acceleration of fuel burning at the time of combustion due to what's happening to those molecules. It also reduces the peak temperature of the cylinder. Okay, so a lot of people are saying, will it work in my turbo engine because it can't get too hot? Well, it actually lowers that point, and therefore it increases the life of the engine. It creates a unique catalytic cover on the combustion surfaces of the engine. So if you look at those pictures in the bottom left, you're going to see before GOVVI where it gets that rusted and black buildup, that carbon buildup. And after using the GOVVI tablet, you can see how clean those components are. So now we're talking about, you know, the maintenance of the vehicle so that we don't have carbonization happening in spark plugs. There is no clogging of the oil and gasoline filters. You know, you're not damaging the oxygen centers. There's less of engine compression. There's a decrease in those polluting gases. You know, it's really great to see what this tablet can do for the life of your engine. So it's going to also, and this is the part people are saying, how is it actually going to save me money? Well, this part right here, where it increases the octane level of gasoline or the cetane level of diesel. That's the part that you need to pay attention to, because you know, when you go to the pumps, if you put in premium gas, you do pay more for it, but your engine performs better and you go further, you get better gas mileage. Well, what this tablet is doing is taking that regular gas. I mean, you can use it with premium as well, but when you take that regular gas, you're increasing that octane level by about 5 levels or 5 points. So that is significant to the performance of your engine, yet you're paying regular gas prices. So that there is one way you're going to save. So it increases your power and performance. And I know that I've talked to some individuals who have driven it through more mountainous regions, like they live in a coastal area, and they'll share with you that their engine performance is much stronger. There's less downshifting. They just have a much more powerful engine, and their vehicles have never performed like this in that setting before. Plus, they're seeing mileage that they have never seen before. It also reduces the emissions and smoke exhaust by up to 85% regarding the emissions. It cleans the engine, prevents carbonization, and keeps the valve injectors and oxygen sensors clean. And so also you will save money while you help do your part for the environment, because this is the stat, GOVVI fuel tablets reduce CO2 emissions by up to 85%. And if you think about that in terms of a diesel engine, thereby it reduces your consumption of the diesel exhaust fluid that you need. So if you're having to replace that perhaps every 3 to 4 weeks. Perhaps you can stretch that over into maybe 2 months or something like that. It would be very interesting to see that measure come forward as we progress with the experience in this. So GOVVI, though, I think one of the best things about GOVVI is not just the tablet, but it actually is the opportunity that sits before us. This is a unique situation where we are bringing this technology to you for the first time in this manner. So yes, it is a 5th generation tablet. It's very small. The average package weighs about 8 grams. So, or is it 8 ounces? I can't remember, but Burke will tell you that amount. It's very light anyway, so you can mail it virtually anywhere. But with that, we have an e-commerce subscription-based company with rewards incentives. So if you choose to consume this product, you're going to be making a choice. Do I want to do a one-time subscription and pay retail? Or do I want to go on a subscription option where I can become a promoter? If you choose to promote the GOVVI tablet, your person who uses your link is going to have an Amazon shopping kind of experience. So you can say goodbye to the traditional idea of a complicated MLM back office. You're going to feel like you're just going on Amazon and checking out. It's that simple. So as you go into the site, it's going to ask you a question like, how much do you drive in a week or a month? So you can know that you're buying the package that is right for you. And so you're also going to see a little bit of an overview from the professional image or the scientists that have worked on this tablet for at least 5 years. There will be science documents there, as well as frequently asked questions. There is a lot of tool and technology in that site to make it so simple and clean looking. And as people move through those steps, they're just basically going to make their decision and they're going to click purchase. And it's kind of like this lady the other day asked me if I liked this thing called mud coffee. She knows I like things that are good and healthy for the body. And I said, I don't know. And she said, well, I'm going to order it. I'm going to try it first and I'll let you know what I think. And don't order it until I do, because if you use my link, I get $10 back. And I said, awesome, I will wait for your link. Well, we can do that here at GOVVI, and that's why it's really a different model that we've never seen before with this kind of product. So to share with you a little bit more about what those rewards could look like, I'm actually going to turn it over to Burke, our vice president, and again, mentor, someone who's very intuitive and very experienced when it comes to rewards programs. And he's going to share with you the different ways that you can earn rewards here at GOVVI. So Burke, are you here?
I am. Well, thank you, Rebecca. Fantastic. Get fired up, get excited. So just as Rebecca said, I mean, and when Angel introduced me, I mean, my background, I've been doing this for a long, long time. This is literally what I've done my entire adult life. And I can tell you, I'm more excited today than I've ever been. I finally believe that I have number one, I have a product that has zero resistance, but number two, I have a model that is a worldwide, universally acceptable model that we can actually show people. We dealt with a health pandemic 2 years ago in 2020. It was literally the world shut down. I believe we are headed for an economic pandemic with what's happening. And when you really look at this, we have farmers putting $6 diesel in their tractors. We have truckers putting $6 diesel in their trucks. Look at what happens to everything else, from food to consumer goods. I mean, literally the inflation. We just saw a report today come out down here in the US, and it's just crazy. And so very excited. Just as Rebecca, this is a package. Rebecca said that there's 5 tablets in this package. We don't actually have the tablets in the package yet. They just hit the warehouse today. We'll be packaging them tomorrow, shipping them out. But here's the cool part. It weighs 8 grams. And literally we can ship it all over the world. So here's how it works. Basically, when I sign someone up, or when I look at this is as Rebecca said, a subscription e-commerce model. Okay. Literally a subscription is if they sign up on a monthly order, they get a better price. It's that simple. And a e-commerce model, it allows people who are influencers. It allows people that say, you know what, here, share my link. We're going to have videos. I mean, literally it's going to go from meme, video, basically squeeze page, sign up page, or just the order page. As Rebecca said, if they go through the order, they need more information, they can click on the scientific document. We have the documents, that the product works. I mean, when people look at this, they have zero resistance. They have 2 or 3 questions. Number one, is it safe? absolutely, this product's safe. It's not going to blow your car up. And number two, does it work? And we literally, the testimonials that are starting to come in on this product, the people that have kind of had a precursor to this, it absolutely works. For myself, I drive a Toyota Tundra truck, and literally my mileage has gone from 14.9 a gallon to almost 21 a gallon. In the city, it's not quite as well, but not quite that much, but it's still a savings. And when you look at that, literally what that means, that's an extra 100 miles a gallon or 100 miles per tank that I can go. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, and when you break that down at $5 a gallon here in Utah, I mean, that's literally a $25 savings by putting the tablet in my car, you know, that cost me, you know, $5, right? So here's how it works. When I introduce this to someone, I have three goals. Number one, I want to get them on the product for the benefits they're going to receive and the savings they're going to receive. Number two, if they choose to be a promoter, I want to help them get that product paid for. Okay. And then number three, I want to move them into profitability where they can actually start making money. And so the first way, as you see, it's a customer bonus. Basically, this pack, as a subscriber, you can buy it for $25. That's a 5-pack of these tablets. As a customer, just purchasing the product, it's a little bit more, it's $35. You basically make that difference. You make the spread, so you make $10 every time you sell this pack. Now, as you become a promoter and go and share it with other people, there are three different packs. There's a $25 pack, a 3-pack of these for $50, or a 7-pack for $99 or $100. When you sign someone up on a $100 pack, you make 35% of the CV, which is 70, or in this case, basically what would you would make $25 every time you sign someone up. So here's the cool part. When you look at the model of most companies, literally most companies, you know, it takes somewhere between 25 and 40 distributors in the organization to break even. With our company, with GOVVI, basically 3 to 4 people, you're break even. So I always ask the question, you know, which is a better model, 2 to 3, 4, or 30 people to break even? That's not a trick question. Again, I believe we have that much stronger of a model compared to anyone else out there. The core of the compensation plan is what's called the 2-team reward, or a binary. Most of you are familiar with that. Literally, you have 2 teams, you have a left leg and a right leg. We are paid weekly, and I'm going to keep this pretty simple. Every week, the computer shuts down. Our weeks go from Tuesday morning to Monday night. And basically, the computer looks at the organization, says, okay, you make 10 to 20% of the lesser leg, depending upon your rank. Here's what you need to know about the 2-team reward. It basically maxes out at $20,000 per week. So literally, for those who want to go build a big organization with just 2 legs, you can make over $1 million US per year. Okay. On top of that, we have what's called a sponsoring bonus. And the way that works, let's say that I go out and I sponsor Rebecca. Rebecca goes and makes $1,000 this week in her binary check. I make a sponsoring bonus of 20%. So I make a $200 bonus just on Rebecca. Every single person that I sign up personally, I can make a 20% bonus of their binary check. On top of that, again, it just keeps getting better and better. We have these things called generational check match. Now, the way generational check match works is the same way as the sponsoring bonus, but it's not only people I sponsor, it's people Rebecca sponsors, and they sponsor, and they sponsor, and they sponsor. Now, this is down through 4 generations. It's not levels, it's generations of star makers. Now, for those of you that have worked the generational check match, companies, most of the time, what that means, 10% generational check match is unbelievable. It's awesome. And what that means is typically on a mature binary organization, you're making 3 to 5 times what you make in the binary portion of the compensation plan. But the thing that I'm excited about the most, I believe that a lot of people on this call, they're leaders, they could go out and they could be successful in any company. But the biggest issue most people have is their organization struggle. You know, that 30 people to break even. That's why a lot of people don't really break through and start making money. With the GOVVI Life bonus, now one thing we just flashed on the screen, there's also a 2% leadership bonus for superstars and above. Every single week, 2% of the company volume is put into a pool. They share that. That can be a very significant bonus on a weekly basis. And literally, you just that could be 5-figure income per year just on that bonus alone. And then the biggest thing I'm excited about is the GOVVI Life bonus. And basically, this is where we can move people and show people how they can move into profitability very, very quickly. And so this is what we call the GOVVI Life bonus. And I'm going to use a little illustration here. I actually drew this out on a yellow pad. And here's how it works. Basically, the first thing that we ask you to do, if this is you, we ask you to go out, share the product, share the opportunity with 2 people. Well, if we ask you to share it with 2 people, in turn, we ask them to share it with 2 people. And what you have now is you have what's called a 2x2 bonus. Now, depending upon whether they're on the 50-point subscription or the 100-point subscription, there's a check paid out for $50 or $100. Okay. Well, as you continue to grow the organization, you've got your 2 people. The next natural thing to do is you go and you share it with 1 more. So now you've shared it with 3 people. You help those 3 people get 3 people. Now there's a check paid out for 150 or $300 US, depending upon what subscription they're on. Now, here's the thing. These are monthly checks. They're not a one-time reward. They are monthly bonuses. Okay. So literally, as you're going through and you're building your organization, once you've got 3 people, the next natural thing to do is you add 1 more. So now you've personally shared the product, shared the opportunity with 4 people. You help those 4 people get 4 people. Now there's a check paid out for $500 US or 250, depending upon which subscription they're on. But think about that. That's 20 people. Okay, 20 people in your organization. In most companies, 30 people is break even. With GOVVI, 20 people, and you're doing really well. As you continue to grow the organization, you share the product with 5 people, help them get 5 people. Now that builds an organization of 30 people. Now there's a check paid out for $700 or $350, depending upon what subscription they're on. But here's the cool part. Okay, and I want you to think about this for a minute. 80% of the population of the world make less than $1,000 US a month. Okay, we can show people literally with 20 to 30 people in their organization, they're making $500 to $1,000 a month, because you also get the first order bonus, the binary bonus, the other bonuses. So it's not just 700, but it's almost 1,000. So $500 to $1,000 a month on a $100 business. Do you understand the power of what I just said? 20 to 30 people in your organization, you're making $500 to $1,000 a month on a $100 per month business. Here's the cool part. We can show people how they can get started. I mean, literally $25, they've got products and they can go and they can literally make $1 million a year with the binary and the other bonuses just on a 25-point product. So we can show people they don't have to maximize their credit cards to get involved. They don't have to maximize their credit cards to stay involved. I absolutely believe we have a product that everyone needs. And just as Rebecca said earlier, I mean, think about this for a second. How many people you know love to save money at the pump every time they put gas in their car? The second cool part about that is how many people you know would like to make money every time their friends pumped and filled up their car with gas. I mean, it's a no-brainer. And so I believe that we're absolutely going to, you know, the goal with GOVVI is that we're going to put 100,000 subscribers into the organization by the end of the year. End of 2020 or in the end of next year, we're going to put 1 million subscribers into the organization, because we have a product that really is a no-brainer. We have a compensation plan or a model that's literally second to none. We have a back office that is absolutely phenomenal. It's slick, it's easy. Literally, you share this and basically that's all you've got to do as far as the share it with people, and literally there's zero resistance out there. So that's my portion of the plan. There's some, again, they're packages, 25 3-pack for $50 or a 7-pack for $99. I mean, get with the person that invited you on this call. Understand you're in the right place at the right time. We are literally in the 7th day of a pre-launch. And what that means is if you've ever wanted to be in the right place at the right time, timing is critical. I mean, this is literally the first open opportunity meeting that we've done for the company. So you can actually write this down. So you know what, tonight, Tuesday night, what is it? June whatever the date is, I don't know what the date is. I saw the first GOVVI opportunity call. It's literally the first call that we've opened up to people. It's exciting to see. We've got over 140 people on the call, and this thing's just absolutely going to rock. So with that, we try to keep these calls tight. We'll have a call tomorrow morning. Again, because we are on a global base, building on a global basis, we're going to have a call on Wednesday mornings at 7 a.m., an opportunity call. That's for the Asian markets. On Wednesday at noon, we're going to have an opportunity call on, again, Wednesday at noon. That's for the European and African markets. And then Tuesday nights, we have an opportunity call basically for anyone who wants to tie in. So give the person that invited you on the call, get signed up, get a subscription, and let's go out. Let's have a fantastic week, everyone. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Burke.
Thanks.
Thank you, everybody.